Here we are, live. Hi, I'm Derek. You may remember me, of course, from Derek and Romaine. I'm here once again without Romaine because she's never here on time when it starts. But our surprise guest, ADD Jeff, is already here. Hi, Jeffy.
Hello, how is everyone?
Yay. Look at you with your fan.
I know. No AC for the room yet. I bought one for I bought one of those quirky ones for the living room just now, but I haven't been able to install it yet because I'm on the ground floor and the cage for the air conditioner is up high instead of down low. So the window comes down instead of making the window go up. And there's a big gap between the top of the air conditioner and where the window would close. So I got to figure out how to install it properly. But right now it looks like, oh, you should see it. It looks so hillbilly and redneck. I've got the air conditioner hanging halfway out of the window with towels all around it so it could still cool the room. Because it's,
oh my God.
It's very hot here.
Why have you not sent Romaine in to manage this situation for you? This seems right up her Leslie alley.
You would think. Well, I mean, she's supposed to come into the city sometime tomorrow, from what I understand. So maybe she can help me in my predicament.
Hopefully. Yeah, we are in the city tomorrow, by the way. And before the listeners start freaking out that it means that we are going to be announcing a brand new show tomorrow, let me just tell you this. One, nobody is offering us a show tomorrow. And two, even if somebody did offer us a show tomorrow, we would not have anything to announce or anything to say for probably days or weeks at a time. So stop getting up our ass every time Romaine and I meet for lunch, because it doesn't necessarily mean anything is happening, except that Romaine and I are meeting. And speaking of Romaine, she is here with us for another DNR Live. Hello, lady.
Hey, how's it going? What's up?
Hi.
Fantastic. And Jeffy was here before you.
Listen, I just checked it a minute ago before I went to the bathroom, and my invite hadn't gotten here yet. So, and then I sat down, and it was here.
Okay. I guess you weren't sitting on your G toilet where it would have come to you instantly.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, we have some questions. We already have our live viewers going on, and our special guest is ADD Jeff, who is joining us. George's question is, can you hear the applause button? No, I can't.
No, we cannot. I wish we could. That'd be nice.
It would be fun. Jeffrey says, for you, ADD Jeff, surprise guest, love the IKEA bedspread, great minds think alike.
Of course. There you go. You know, it's a small New York apartment. I don't have a home office like Derek does or like Romaine does. So we make all of the available space usable in some way, sometimes for multiple purposes.
Yeah, I loved my old apartment in New York City, the one in Harlem. But anyone who saw my The Surreal Life knows that my setup was not very different from ADD Jeff's right now. And if we were trying to do this kind of thing then, it would look exactly like ADD Jeff now.
Wait, I want to know where Jeff's bike is, because usually...
I was just about to say, right, it's usually right behind me. See, there's the hook, but I just took the bike to the repair shop yesterday for its tune-up so that I could get ready for my ride. So I'm supposed to be able to go pick it up here in the next 15 or 20 minutes. Because the ride is September 19th, 20th, and 21st. And
way to wait till the last minute to get your bike ready. That means you certainly haven't been training, right?
I've been running, but not riding a bike.
That is not at all the same thing. Not even close.
It's healthy.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Well, shameless plug time. ADD Jeff and Romaine are speaking in code about Jeff's bike because...
I'm not speaking in code. I'm flat out saying that I'm doing the Cycle for the Cause 2015 AIDS ride for my 4th year in a row, and you can donate to my page if you'd like. There's the shameless plug.
Yes.
I'll put it in the chat thing there.
Well, and I was going to say, the link is up on my Facebook page. I've got it pinned to the top of it. So if you want to donate to ADD Jeff, you can go to my Facebook page, and it's right there. Super easy.
Exactly. And it's for the whole team. I mean, Team Outspoken still exists, even though Romaine hasn't been around for the last 2 years. And so it raises money for me, for the Team Outspoken, so that we can all take part as crew and ride in the ride.
And while I'm not participating in the ride this year, I was originally going to do crew, but I can't because I've got to go to Wyoming and all that shit. But I am going to actually be emceeing the final closing ceremonies in New York City.
Yeah.
With MC Scat Cat, so that's going to be fun. Okay, we have some questions and comments. Jennifer, I'm trying to get as many comments from new people as possible. Jennifer says, you have your bike over your bed. 1, ew, New York street droppings. And 2, scary.
It's over the side of the bed where someone would lay in the bed with me, but since I'm single, I really don't have to worry about that. I mean, it's been a long time since anyone's been on that side of the bed, and usually only one tire hangs over it, so it's not so bad. And I see the other question. No, that's not lube. That's screen cleaner for my computer, actually. That's not lube. I can prove it.
That's Gus's question. Is that lube on your bed frame?
Of course it is.
It is not. See, Dr. Screen, professional screen cleaner. It's a screen cleaner.
And then there's some kind of hand lotion.
No, that's deodorant, and then that's jock spray. So when I put powder on my nuts, so my nuts don't stick to my leg.
Fantastic. And then is that a rainbow-themed vinylmation?
It's the one vinylmation Romaine has ever given to me, and I kept it.
Look
See,
at that,
Derek,
Romaine.
I can part with my vinylmations.
Oh my
that's-
God, she has like a bin of
that's
1,000 of those.
Yeah,
at the
4,
front of her
right.
house.
It was like a trick-or-treat thing where she just handed it out like candy to a few people. as
Yeah.
they walked through the
Here,
door.
kids, get your addiction started early.
You guys are mean. Shut up. Assholes.
Bat Dog says, can Jeff take off his clothes like Adam Sank does?
Adam Sank looks much better when he takes his clothes off, trust me.
Another Jeff says, you're rocking the beard, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm growing it out. I keep it trimmed, though, but it's a lot of gray. I don't know if you guys can see. There's gray all over it. But it looks good. I like it.
You're old. That's why it's gray.
I'm 40!
Like I said, you're old.
You're almost there, lady.
I was going to
I
say,
know. I'm old.
Romaine, we're trying to sell ourselves here. Don't sell yourself as the granny that you are. Okay, next question. Let's move on to our segment sponsored by our new sponsor, AARP. David Ryan J says, okay, so I apologize in advance if you've answered this before, but can you see us during the hangout just so I know if I should be dressed or not?
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. You can see the three of us. We should be bouncing back and forth, the three of us, on your screen, and then we can't see you, but when you use the Q&A feature, the thing that looks like a keypad right here, then we can see your questions while this is going on. All right, here's a question for Romaine. What's wrong with Romaine's hand, says another Jeff.
All right, so here's the story, because I don't think I've told Derek this story. So last week, right before the Google Hangout, I have this big, heavy metal lamp. Jeff, you should remember this lamp from we moved it out of Saban's apartment.
Yes.
It's this like big industrial.
We moved it?
Actually, I carried it out of the apartment. Thank you very much. Oh, I did. You carried other shit, but I carried the lamp.
I thought I carried everything, but
No. Okay. So
you know
anywho.
doors.
Well, that's true. Okay, whatever. So there's this big lamp. It probably weighs like 40 or 50 pounds. It's not exactly light. And so last week I was trying to get everything set up for the Google Hangout, and I went and I grabbed it and I went to lift it up, and I don't know what happened. All I know is I heard like a snapping sound, like a pop, and then I immediately dropped said lamp because I had this like sharp pain in my wrist area, and it has been hurting ever since. So I went and got myself a little brace to like limit how much I could flex it, and it has helped, but I think I have to go to the doctor. And you know I hate going to the doctor, but I'm starting to think that I'm going to have... I was trying to hammer something today, and it hurt so bad that I had to stop.
Hammer time.
Hammer something?
Yeah, hammer. God.
Okay, can I ask then, evolutionary LGBT question.
Yes.
Why do lesbians have bad wrists and knees? They're like inbred German shepherds.
I could understand why they would have bad wrists, but the knees, isn't that for the gay guys?
Every Pride event, it's just a sea of lesbians in knee braces.
You know what
Yeah,
that's
knee
from?
brace.
It's from softball.
Oh, jeez.
They play too much softball, and they injure themselves. That's how Iris got her knee all fucked up. I don't even know if that's true or not. I'm just saying it is. But yeah, she's got a fucked up knee, and now I have a fucked up wrist. So there you go.
Oh my God. Well, this segues perfectly into our next question from iChartNY. Will your sponsors include Hoverround and Colonial Pen?
Yes.
I would love one of those little hover around bikes right here. You should see how many old people go by here on the ground level here in Washington Heights driving on those things. It's hilarious.
I want the
I want
walkout.
one. I think it'd be awesome.
Well, I want a walkout bathtub. That's my dream.
That makes you such a fucking dork.
The kind where you open the door and then you step in and then you sit down and then the water fills around you. Fantastic.
Oh, Lord.
Until you forget it's full of water and all the water goes flooding out when you open the door.
You won't forget it's full of water when you're sitting in it.
Are you sure about that, old man?
Yeah, you're soaking in it like Madge in a Palmolive commercial. No one
Okay.
knows what it is. Brian says, wrists are only for special occasions, LOL.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I got it.
What else have we got here in the old questions? All right, Pinwiz says, is Romaine using her new audio setup?
Oh, God, not yet. Here's the thing. Every time I think I have all the cables I need to connect it all, something is missing. This week, I needed to get something called a USB sound card, and no fucking place I went had one, so I had to order it online. And so now I'm waiting for it to arrive so that I can connect one. I don't even know what it's connecting anymore. So there are a couple of things that I'm still waiting on, but it's getting there, I promise. It's getting there.
All right, slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. Jeffrey says, seriously, what's with all the Jeff and Jeffries?
I know, I love
ADD
it.
Jeff is here with us, I guess. Why the podcast all of a sudden? The sound clarity and ease of access is nice versus having to be sitting at my computer during these shows, but will Romaine be joining you on future ones, other guests?
Yes. Yes, the answer is a yes. Resounding yes. I promise, as soon as I get my setup done, I will join you.
That's
I don't know what I'm going to
two
do when I go
promises.
to Colorado, though. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's to just do as an individual person sitting at your computer making a podcast, it's crazy
Hard.
easy these days to do that. Ridiculously easy. But it's harder because Romaine and I are in two different places.
Yeah, and it can be done. I mean, I could do it feasibly, realistically, with just my laptop right now, but it wouldn't be great sound quality. And I care about things like that. Sorry.
We all care about that. So there you go. Next question. This one's from Brian. Any word on U2 getting back on the air somewhere? I didn't realize that U2 was off the air. I mean, I know people weren't excited about their last album, but man.
I need $1 for every fucking time I've been asked that question. I'm pretty certain I would be making way more than unemployment is making me. In fact, I think, Derek, we should institute a policy that in order to ask us that question, they have to pay us $1.
Okay, so we'll set up some kind of like online tip jar thing.
Yeah.
And if you want to ask us that question, then...
No, not a question, the question.
That
Are you guys going to be on the air again soon? When's the show coming back? Any variation of that question.
Okay, fair enough.
So this is like the rules, but hangout style. The rules
Yeah.
from the show, but a hangout style.
Yes.
All right.
Interesting.
Paul has a question for Romaine. Romaine, have you seen The Fall with Gillian Anderson, the Netflix series?
I have not. Should I see it? Is it good? I'm always open to new things, and I need some shows right now. I'm watching that that hot, wet summer horribleness.
That is stupid.
Oh my God, I would never tell you to watch that.
I know, and the thing is, I'm watching it because it's filled with people I love, but goddamn, that's the most horrible show I've ever seen.
It's the most horrible show. It's like the G-rated series version of the movie, which became a classic because it was like a big stoner flick. It's a horrible show on Netflix. I can't believe it.
All right, well, I loved it. I was obsessed with it. And Romaine, I would have told you to stay away from it like smallpox. It's not.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not for me, but I'll watch it. Why not? I want to know what people are watching, so sometimes I watch things.
Have you been watching Sense8? Have you seen Sense8?
Oh, my God. I finished that months ago.
Oh, well, we have 1 episode left here, so.
Yeah, I think I have 3 or 2 episodes left. I don't know.
I love that show, though. It's good.
No, I like that one. That one was really good.
Oh, God. Okay. Sorry, there was a weird noise here, and I was like, oh, my God, my house is breaking down again. But I actually think somebody's, like, tuning up a motorcycle, like, a few blocks away. But I was like, what is that grumbling noise? Oh, no, my house is going to explode again. But, no, it's not. Okay. Let's go back to the questions. This is from Jim. Jim says, regarding the Alaska cruise, which Romaine and I are doing August 28th through September 4th of 2016, you get the information on our website, derekandromaine.com. Romaine, no one can see you dancing but me.
I wasn't dancing with them. I was only dancing for you. I wanted you to see my dance moves.
Yeah,
I saw it too.
Tiara.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yes. Romaine put a tiara on her head. Anyway, here's Jim's question. Here's Jim's question about the Alaska cruise, which Romaine is dancing about. She's so excited over. The Alaska cruise, I understand the pool deck is named for the Lido coast. Will the boat bottom be called Stanton?
I love it.
Woo, that's bad.
First of all, on the Derek and Romaine cruise, there's usually some kind of competition to see who is the biggest bottom whore on board.
Uh-oh.
Well, we all know who that's going to be for November.
Who's that going to be?
I think we're looking at you, Jeff.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going. I'm excited. I started looking at the excursions and everything.
Yeah, Romaine's going to get right on that. Okay, Chris says, is Jeffy going on the Alaska cruise?
Nah, so far no, but that doesn't mean for sure no. I mean, I'm going on this one in November. I haven't been looking as far ahead to Alaska just yet, so...
Here's what's going to happen.
Yeah, he hasn't even been on one yet. What if he hates it?
No, he's going to go on the Derek and Romaine cruise. He's going to love it. He's going to be obsessed with it. And then there is no question in my mind that he will be on the Alaska cruise. No question.
I'm obsessed with cruising as it is. It's just I haven't had the time. I've been starting new jobs left and right. I mean, I keep switching jobs and doing all that crazy stuff. So had to build up some vacation time. But I'm going this November.
I think that's reasonable.
Yay!
Yay! And by the way, other people can still join us this November, too. The ship is not sold out yet. We're sailing November 1st through November 8th out of New York City. So if you're here on the East Coast, it's pretty convenient to join us. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It will be our biggest group ever. Romaine and I, we just finished finalizing, because the payment deadline for the people who are already booked is this weekend. And we still only have one fucking holdout.
Are you talking about my guy?
No.
Oh, you're talking about your person?
Yeah, why? Who's your person who's a holdout?
The guy, the one that won't return my calls, or we're going to finally, you know, the guy.
Oh, honey, yeah, he's not coming. I know he's
not coming because he is not fucking responding to a single text or call or email from me, which, by the way, is fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's super annoying. No. I am talking about our 100% cruisers who insisted on going because they have to go on every single cruise and yet don't return phone calls and emails. But keep posting in the DNR cruise page about how they're going and how they can't wait to go.
Look at you with your tear.
So,
I should text them right now. I think I have their number.
Do you?
I think so. Let me see.
We have their number.
Trouble. Oh, yes, I do have someone's number. Let me text him.
Okay. Gerald says, so glad to see sexy ADD Jeff on your hangout. He was always one of my favorite guest co-hosts on DNR. Well, that was nice.
Thank you.
Zach says for Romaine, before you pay retail on computer parts and cables, etc., let me know. I get wicked deals through my business on that stuff. All right, there you go.
Well, that's good to know.
That is good to know.
Yeah, I can always use a good deal on some cables.
Also, since Romaine is in charge of drafting minions, I will put the call out here too to contact Romaine about it. If you or someone you know and love is an app developer, a mobile app developer, contact Romaine. She's fairly easy to find.
Why are they contacting me?
Because they are mobile app developers, Romaine. Remember you were supposed to be drafting minions on this?
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, because it was like a month ago.
A month ago seems so long ago.
A lifetime. It seems like forever ago. I agree. Wow. Anyway, there you go. But Romaine is much better at like coercing and coaxing people into doing things for her than I am.
People love coax or coerce. She just is like, hey, you, do this.
It works, doesn't it?
I guess.
Yeah. It works.
How many times has it worked on you, Jeffy?
A bunch.
But I'm really nice when I ask.
Well, you're nice when you ask me now.
Was there a time when I wasn't nice when I asked you?
Yeah, when I lived with you.
Oh, well, that was different.
No one enjoys living with Romaine.
No.
No, they don't.
They really ask anyone.
Even Iris.
Hey, Iris and I are getting along very well right now. We're working on a mission together that has us spending an enormous amount of time together, actually liking one another. It's a miracle.
I've been wondering if that role reversal came about because now you're the one job hunting and she's the one bringing home the bacon, so to speak.
Oh, there's no fucking doubt. She's like, oh yeah, little Miss Romaine. Yeah, oh trust me, I'm sure that is very much the case in the way she thinks. But let her enjoy it while she can. It won't last.
Well, for all those times you were telling tales on the radio, blah blah blah.
Oh, no. My tales about Iris are fucking true, and you. It's not like I make shit up about her. I tell the fucking truth. It may not be flattering, but it's the fucking truth.
Also, she brings home the bacon bits, not the bacon.
Oh! Evil!
She heard that. She come in this room and punch you in the face.
You're welcome, Romaine. I knew Romaine would love that.
Oh my goodness.
Who are you beating?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it wasn't Jeff. It was Derek.
It wasn't me.
Jeff, she was just telling me she was going to beat you.
Why is she going to beat me?
Because she thought it was you that said that, not Derek.
Oh. Tell her I'm sticking up for her.
Yeah, okay.
I think Bridget was trying to join us, but was having trouble figuring it out. Okay. Foster says, does Jeff have a cabin mate for the November cruise?
No, I have my own cabin.
Jeff is flying solo.
To bring them into my lair.
Yeah. Fortunately, his lair is not far away from the studio cabins on the fall cruise. And I will say this, I'm very excited to see how this dynamic goes because the ship we're sailing on, the NCL Breakaway, has studio cabins, which are for single travelers. And there's like 30 of them on each floor. There's like 30 on deck 11 and 30 on deck 10. And we have 20 out of the 30 on deck 11.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, deck 11 is going to be where the party is at.
I think that's where I'm at, is at deck 11.
Yeah, almost everyone is on deck 11. Romaine is not on deck 11, but I'm there.
Perfect.
Jeff is there. All the studios are there. It's going to be a hot mess, that deck.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this time I'm far away from everyone. I learned my lesson after the last one.
Yeah, see, Romaine is turning more into me, and then I somehow have gotten roped into being the old Romaine.
Oh no.
What
Yeah,
does that
I'm
mean?
right in the thick of the mess this year, this fall.
Yeah, but you wanted to be. And then on Alaska, you're going to be like, oh, hell the fuck no.
Well, it's not that I wanted to be. I wanted to be neighbors with Tiffany and Kelly because they rescue me when I get into trouble, which is every time. And then Jason and Brian, Nana, they're in that crew, that messy crew too. So all of us together, we're in a little cluster right next to each other. And that's going to be really interesting. It's going to be a lot of banging on walls in the middle of the night, I suspect.
I'm checking my cabin number now.
Yeah. Alrighty. Anyway, if you want to join us on the cruise, DerekandRomaine.com. You can check out the fall cruise or the Alaska cruise next year. Plenty of room on both ships. We'd be happy to have you join us. It's a lot of fun. Chris says, coax and coerce, polite words for bullying. Romaine, you keep being called a bully.
I'm not a bully. I take real offense to that. I am very sweet and kind when I ask people to do shit for me. And I have to tell people no sometimes when they want to do things for me. If I was a real bully, I'd be like, yes, I will take your fucking lunch money.
Now, Jeff, I know the word no is not familiar to you.
No. It's
you,
not.
Jeff, yes, to you. No, but here's the thing. Yesterday I was talking about some equipment for my studio that I'm setting up, Derek. And I was talking about this one particular piece of equipment that's really expensive. And the listeners are like, ooh, do a GoFundMe, do it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask the listeners for money. The only time I'm going to ask them for money is if we launch a podcast and we want them to subscribe or something. That's it. So I was like, no. So if I was a real bully, I'd be like, yes, give me your money. But I'm not.
Yeah, I want you to know, Romaine and I are both united in this, and it may ultimately be our downfall. But I'm just going to tell you right now, we are only willing to ask listeners for money if we are delivering a quality product to them. So, because I think that, you know, if you pay for something, you should feel like you're getting your money's worth for it. So I just want you to know it's why we're doing this free podcast now, because we know it's an early effort and it's not going to be 100%, and I don't want to hear you bitching about it. So it's free. Enjoy it. Like these videos. You know, don't bitch about my fucking blinds. It's free. Now, when we give you a high-quality thing and you're paying for it, bitch away. But for now, that's
wow.
Yeah.
Some kind of anger there.
It's not anger. But you know what? It's free. Why are you complaining? We're not getting paid. We're not even employed anymore. And yet we are still delivering something to people who used to pay to get this. And we're actually delivering more different things to them, still for free. And yet the complaint department continues to remain open for some reason, even though the bank account has closed.
Derek, could you just rise those little blinds back there? Just like a smidge.
Actually, look close, Romaine.
I know. I see that you made it lower on purpose.
I did. I fixed it because I don't need to hear one word of shit from Bob in Wisconsin. And by the way, Bob is on the Derek and Romaine cruise. I'm just saying, accidents happen. Floors can be slippery. Let's move on.
Okay.
People love it when I threaten the listeners. I can see all three of you on the computer, says Darlene. Whoever is speaking is full screen, and the two little pics down in the bottom right. Well, Darlene, congratulations. That's how it's supposed to work. I'm very glad.
See, I didn't know that this whole time. I've been snacking on a cheese platter, and I'm like, oh, great. And now they're seeing me while I'm eating.
Well, of course they can see you while you're eating.
I'm glad I kept my clothes on.
Yeah, they loved it last week when Katie showed up and just basically ate a block of cheese.
I mean, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not. See, there's my cheese.
Oh.
Greg says, what will Stanton and Austin do this year without the holiday stocking promotion?
I don't know. Fill his stocking with coal? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know.
I want you to know,
fucking know,
even though we don't have a show anymore and we don't have jobs, people are still emailing Romaine and asking if there will be a stocking promotion anyway.
Oh my God, that is so true. It is so fucking true. Like, what?
So I know people are like, why is Derek so bitchy about his blinds? Why is Derek complaining about these things? Seriously, these are the kinds of questions that we get. Romaine, I know you don't have a job anymore, but can I still win a stocking?
No, you cannot.
And then Romaine is the Grinch who stole Christmas.
So wait, then what?
Organizing free gifts for people when she doesn't have a job.
What's the perfect question then for a Derek and Romaine hangout kind of? What would be your dream question to get from one of the hangout listeners?
Why is Jeff such a slut?
Romaine, I'm a rich millionaire. Will you marry me? That's the kind of question I want.
I agree. That is a wonderful question.
That would be a good question. I agree also. I was supposed to.
My favorite question would be, I'm tired of being a world-famous porn star, and I just want to marry you and take care of you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. But I check my inbox every 10 seconds, and that message is never waiting for me. It just ain't there. All right, Bat Dog, please stop asking questions. You're clogging the thing. Okay. Jose said, seriously, there's like 15 questions from Bat Dog, and I can't see any other questions from anyone else. Jose says, after many years of doing the show, why all of a sudden go for high quality? That was applause that ADD Jeff figured out how to play.
That scared the shit out of me. And what kind of shade is that?
That was good shade.
That was some bullshit.
No, I thought that was hilarious and excellent.
Of course you did.
I like shade. Okay, George says, discuss I Am Cait, please. Has anyone been watching it? Any of the three of us been watching I Am Cait?
I've seen all of about 5 minutes of it, and what it seems to be is like a round table of transgendered folks trying to coach Cait into her new role as a transgender spokesperson. I mean, it's got Candace Cain on it. It's got a couple other transgendered famous folks. I mean, I remember Candace Cain the most, but I mean, they all like get together. They have dinners. One of them talks to Cait about how Cait is on the pink cloud and very excited about her new femininity, being transgender, and about how that's affecting her view on everybody else. It's all about Cait, 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 and it's starting to affect some of her friendships already because she's too focused on herself. That's the 5 minutes I've seen.
But who isn't like that when they first come out? I mean,
agreed.
You know, I just feel like that's the case with so many people, whether they're gay or trans or whatever. You're so excited about finally being able to be honest about who you are that you do kind of go a little bit crazy. And you know, in my case, it was hang rainbow flags from fucking every corner of my room. Yeah. I feel like everyone does that a little bit. So it's not surprising, but yeah, I can see how that would impact friendships.
I am anxious to see the episode that they showed previews for on that 5 minutes that I saw, which was basically, it was Kim saying, well, Bruce, of course you can still talk about us, but you don't have to be so nasty about us, or something like that. And then Cait goes, or I think she was saying Cait. Cait goes, don't go there, don't go there. So I guess there's going to be some like rigmarole about, you know, how they treated Bruce in the last few seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians versus how Cait is now talking about the rest of the Kardashians now.
I mean, I only watched the pilot episode, and I mean, I think that I Am Cait is great in educating Middle America about what it is to be transgender, and so to that end, I think it's very valuable. There are lots of people. I mean, even when we did our show, there were gay people who did not understand what it was to be trans, and we often had guests on that would discuss it to help, you know, enlighten the people who listen to our show. And I would consider, you know, gays and lesbians are in much more of a position to interact with and know and understand the transgender experience, you know, versus a lot of straight people who have never met or seen or known a transgender person in their life. So I think that I Am Cait, especially given the demographic that E is reaching, is really reaching people that would not otherwise be reached. I think that the show is boring, but I also think that they try to gin up traditional reality show drama where there is no drama. I just find those kinds of shows very tedious, so it's not really for me. But and none of that is a knock at the more positive aspects of what I think that the show does in raising awareness about what it is to be trans. But I'm not a reality show person, and whenever the show has to devolve into standard reality show tropes, I'm not interested.
Yeah, and that's the thing that Cait's family was worried about, his children from the first and second marriage. They were worried about that because she was using some of the same producers from Kardashian reality show, and they didn't want it to be some dramatized reality show like you're talking about. So they chose to stay out of it for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You want to strike a balance where people will tune in because you want to be able to reach people. I mean, you can make a lovely documentary on what it is to be transgender, and if 10 people see it,
it's great.
Whatever. If you can throw in some helpful, useful opportunities for people to be enlightened about what it is to be transgender in the middle of a high-rated, trashy reality show, it's like, well, it's not the optimal way to reach people, but isn't it better that they're getting reached than not being reached at all? So I understand that people are going to be of two minds about this kind of thing all the time. I mean, there were gay people who did not love Will and Grace. They didn't love that Will never had a boyfriend or never seemed to have sex. Romaine's got her hand raised.
I hated that show. I was not a big fan of that show.
They didn't like that Sean Hayes' character was so flamboyant. But the reality is, Will and Grace was a big hit series, with gay characters on TV, and it really helped to change hearts and minds for people. I mean, it also reinforced stereotypes about gay men and straight women as this symbiotic force that can never be separated from each other. And we've been living with the backlash of that ever since, Real Housewives. But the reality is that it was better to have the show than to not have the show. Even if it wasn't perfect, it was better to have a hit show with gay characters in the lead than to not have one at all.
Right.
And I
remember you discussing that. I liked it too. I mean, it did get a little, jump the shark-ish towards the last 2 seasons or whatever. And I really didn't like the way that it ended. I mean, they were such good friends for so long, and then, they make it. I think the final show showed them like 20 years later or something, and they like barely knew each other, or they run into each other in the grocery store or something. It's kind of sad.
I don't know. Do you have a friend from 20 years ago that you're not close to anymore?
I suppose.
I mean, I moved away. I have lots of friends in LA, and I like them very much, but I can't say I'm as close to them now as I was when I lived in Los Angeles 20 years ago.
True. It is the nature of friendships. I mean, sometimes they end.
Yeah. And not for bad reasons. Sometimes they just end. Like, people are your friends at a time and space. And then, Romaine, what are you trying to say about us?
Oh, I love you. We'll be friends forever. Jeff, maybe not so much.
Ouch, burn!
Right?
I kid. Jeff is family at this point. Shit, I couldn't get rid of him if I tried. He's like a cockroach.
All right.
Oh, I don't know if I like that whole equation. Cockroach.
Yeah, really?
Cocksucker, maybe. Cockroach, not so much.
That's great. Okay, Aaron says, all I want for Christmas is a new DNR show. Well, that may be what ends up in your stocking. And nothing else.
Yeah, no shit.
George says, I love the Bitchy Derek the best. Well, then definitely check out the latest podcast, because I bitch about people and how terrible they are on Facebook.
Shocker. So all he does is bitch about people on Facebook.
Yeah. But
people with their fucking cards.
Yeah, but now people can take it with them anywhere that they go. It's fully portable.
Okay.
Let's see what our next question is. Oh, Jeff says, another Jeff, not ADD Jeff, I love Romaine's laugh.
Aw, thank you. I love it too, because it's mine.
Yeah.
It is
and Eric says, can we smell it when Romaine cuts the cheese?
No, I'm not my wife.
Gross. Jeff,
Actually,
how
the worst
are
offender with
Iris's
the farts is the dog. We have a really smelly dog who lets go some nasties. Really bad. Really bad. Really bad.
Dog
Oh.
farts. Lovely.
Oh, like your dog doesn't fart all the time. Your dog's ass smells pretty bad too.
No, I know. I mean, especially when she eats different food than she's used to. I bring food for her, and then you feed her your stuff, and then she just goes haywire.
I know. Are we answering this question, Derek?
What?
This
About
one
farts?
that we're currently answering?
Yeah. So Bat Dog, who asked 15 questions so that we couldn't see anyone else's questions, says, so you are begging for followers on all social media because that is something that new employers look at, but when we participate, you get pissy about it. That is one way to continue to build your followers. Okay. Bat Dog. There are, right at this moment, there are 120 people in here, which means if all I can see are your questions, there are 119 people whose questions are not getting answered. This comes right back to the thing about me hanging up on bad callers. I understand when people call into the show, they would feel like it was their right and duty to call and be able to be on the air. But just as they are one caller and there are hundreds, thousands of people listening, my responsibility is to everyone, not just one individual person. So if you as one individual person don't like the way I manage things, you don't have to stick around. But keep in mind that it is not just about you as one person. It is about all the other people who are in here. And by the way, while I was ranting, we went up another 6 viewers. So obviously that worked.
They like bitching Derek best. We've already established this.
I tried to be nice, Derek, for like the first month. I held him as long as
Where did that get you, Derek? Where did that get you?
Nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be more like me, an asshole.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. Zach says, Romaine, send me the details on the app. I do app development. So there you go. We already have our first minion for you, Romaine.
I do love minions.
I know you do. All right. I have another question. Okay. Chris says, okay, since it hasn't been asked yet, will we see you at Gay Days Anaheim?
Uh-oh.
Romaine is crossing her fingers. As am
Crossing
I.
them good. We're hoping. We're trying, but it has not been determined yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I do want you to know that we had several people who reached out to us about coming to Gay Days Anaheim, and then we contacted people back, and then we didn't hear anything. And so I was on Periscope earlier this week bitching about how these people contacted us, and then we never heard anything from them. And then one of them was actually in the Periscope and saw it, and then wrote me back. So we're trying to work out the details to see if we can do it, see if we can get the House of Blues again, all of those kinds of things. And so, again, like everything, we are trying to make it happen. If we can make it happen, we will make it happen, and we'll let everyone know as soon as we can. But we are trying to make it happen. Eric says, great to watch Derek's jazz hands. And apparently ADD Jeff's jazz hands too. Dale says, can we get the Fabulous Beekman Boys on Hangout? Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, that would be fun. I would like that. I like the Beekman Boys. We should try to do that, Derek. I love when Derek's just staring off at his screen. It's the best.
No, I'm trying to read the other questions. I'm trying to pull up other questions that aren't by Bat Dog.
By Bat Dog.
I would like to have the Beekman Boys on. Sure, I think that would be fun. But I mean, I haven't talked to them in quite some time. Since Romaine, what is on your wrist? What are you doing?
I'm just my watch is making some vibrations.
Yes, she's been tapping on me up my watch here. I was tapping back at her and giving her my heartbeat.
Oh, are you guys are both Apple Watch people? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
we've been communicating.
Oh, Jesus. You know, you're talking to each other right now.
Little things. I can't make it short.
Look, I'm like Wonder Woman with my little bracelets.
Pew, pew,
It keeps going away, but he sent me funny things. See?
Yeah, you sent them first. You sent like little chicken nose scratch things.
I know, I was being silly.
Okay, you know you guys can see each other and are talking to each other right now. And yet,
I know. We're
communicating
dorky.
through it.
What can I say? We can't help it. Sometimes you just gotta geek out like a geek.
Okay, I have friends who are a couple who are on Facebook, and they communicate with each other through posts on each other's Facebook walls. It's exactly like this.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and your point is what?
It's horrible.
Well, that's like people in the same office and cubicles next to each other, but IMing each other throughout the workday instead of just like, hey, let's go to lunch. They send an IM, let's go to lunch.
All right. Dwayne says...
I want to scream across the cubicle wall.
All right. Okay. Dwayne, look, a new question from a new person. Dwayne says, speaking of the podcast, do you have to end with a scream that really hurts when you're wearing headphones? Okay. First of all, that's when you know it's over. There's a sign-off there that's lovely, and then if you keep listening after the sign-off, that's up to you. But on the most recent one, I did tone down the scream. It's a different scream, and so it will not hurt your ears.
Wow.
On the headphones next time.
Why would you scream? That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, sometimes, even when I would listen to the show on SiriusXM app and hear Derek, suddenly do his boisterous laugh, if I had my headphones in while I was on the subway listening to it offline, it would kind of bust an eardrum. So I see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a loud ass. I get it.
Yeah.
Also, I would move away from the microphone whenever I laughed, and it was still loud. James says, first, gotta say, I love seeing and hearing y'all again. Thank you so much. See, isn't this nice when new people get to ask questions? Thank you so much. I've been going through DNR withdrawals. I miss listening to y'all while in the car. How's Hedda doing?
She's good. I actually, because I communicate with Hedda, because Hedda and I are friends outside of the show, but she's doing well. She's been really, really busy. She's been up at the Fire Island doing her show, and she's been selling out because people love our Hedda, which is not a surprise. And she also is going to be doing a special Halloween show because Derek asked me to find out about that because that's going to be about the time that a bunch of listeners are coming into town for the cruise. So she is going to be doing her special cinemas thing around Halloween as well. But no, she's doing really well. She's having a great summer, it seems.
All right.
But she misses us, and we miss her, and I keep telling her that.
Yeah, we miss Hedda too. When Hedda gets back from Fire Island, we'll try to do Hedda in one of these Q&As or in the podcast, something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Steven says, LOL, just like the old days with Bitchy Derek. Thank God you guys left SiriusXM since I hadn't listened to you guys in years there. Well, technically SiriusXM left us, not the other way around.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're enjoying us now more than before. All right.
I feel like I got dumped, Derek. It hasn't ever happened to me. Very upset.
Oh, Jesus.
Speaking of getting dumped.
I never get dumped. I am always the dumper.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the last time I got dumped, I was like, I don't know, 21?
Is it getting dumped? Let me ask you this scenario, because this is kind of pissing me off today. So I was talking to this guy on the way home from one of my classes last week, and he says to me, hey, I was going to ask you something last week, and then there was this long pause, and he got all kind of weirded and cute, and he's like, I was going to ask you if you want, I said, what did you want to ask? He says, I wanted to ask you if you wanted to have dinner on Sunday. I said, oh, sure, I'd be quite interested in that, okay? So we text each other through the week. We see each other a couple more times during the week, walking home from class, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, even on Friday, he's like, oh, yeah, I remember I was going to make you dinner. We're going to go out to dinner or something like that on Sunday. Well, here it is Sunday. It's near 5 o'clock. I haven't gotten, like, the official dinner invite. Have I been dumped before I even actually went out on the date?
Well, did you text him at any point today and say, hey, what's our plan for tonight?
No, that's not my job. If you say, I'm asking you to dinner, and even on Friday you say, I remember, yes, I'm either going to cook you dinner or take you out on Sunday, and then I say, that would be good, it's up to you to contact me and make plans well before Sunday, by the way, because what if I was trouncing around Manhattan, and I'm just supposed to wait for this magical invitation to pop up on my phone and decide when dinner is? I'm supposed to plan all my meals around that and suddenly just figure it out?
Okay, you're right. He's kind of being a dick, and he should have gotten a hold of you, which says, yes, you're probably getting dumped before it ever happened.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
That's
what happens when you make a plan for Sunday earlier in the week. Bitches meet people on Saturday.
Oh,
wow.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I
was kind of looking forward to it.
Keeper, Jammer, whatever this name is. I don't know what it is. Okay, so how about a webcam-style FAQ regarding a new show, blah, blah, that we can just scream and point folks to each time they ask, since you can't quite hang up. Not that I'm into making demands of uncompensated DNR. Okay, well...
here, I would say this, Derek. Why don't we just have one of our listeners take a compilation of all these fucking videos we've done and make one of us answering all these questions in various ways, because I know that I have answered it at least 25 times on these fucking videos. I'm sure you have too. Yeah, so if they want it, then fucking make it.
Yeah. By the way, that's Scott.
We got enough work to do. Like, find a fucking job.
Wait a minute. Only one of you is allowed to screech at a time.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, but a family of pterodactyls is coming in for a landing. Andrew says, Derek, looking yummy today. Merci. How can I buy a DNR shirt? Actually, I'm wearing, this is a Canadian DNR cruise shirt from the Canadian Cruise Bitches.
Oh, wow.
What does it say on the back? See?
Oh, yeah, it does say Canadian, can American, you fool.
Can people see the back of it now?
Yeah, it says Mexican Riviera Cruise with a big old maple leaf.
Anyway, yeah, so we had a Can American contingent. See, not all Canadians are upset that I say Can American. They made this T-shirt for me on the last cruise, and so I thought I would wear it today. Because it's Canada Day.
Is it Oh, Canada.
It's not Canada Day. I made that up.
You know, Derek, I was playing Xbox the other night with this guy, and he started talking, and I'm like, you're a Can American, aren't you? And he's like, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, oh, I know what you Can Americans sound like.
But today is a special day. It's someone's birthday.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Woo! I love her.
How old is she now? 102?
Isn't she like 56 now?
57.
57.
Oh, that's not so bad. She's not that old.
No. She's almost 60, though. She's going to have to start her farewell tour just like Cher did.
Honestly, I thought she was already 60.
So did Jerry.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised she's not, to be honest. I thought she was well into her 60s.
No.
I really did think that. I'm not joking.
How dare you?
How dare I what? Speak the truth? That's what I thought. Sorry. Have you seen her hands?
Yeah, her hands are terrifying.
The hands are like one of those things you just can't really hide or get surgery for. You know, they're going to show your age all the time.
Yeah. Speaking of which, my friends are obsessed with Jan Crouch.
Who the fuck is that?
She is a televangelist in Southern California.
Okay.
And she's got a wig that would make Lady Bunny proud. Like wig on top of wig on top of wig, like cotton candy wig. Nice. And they had a picture of her, and she's like super airbrushed and super tight and everything in her giant glossy wig. And then her hands are in the picture, but her hands look like she's wearing Playtex living gloves that are like wet and wrinkly.
Ew. That sounds horrifying.
It's pretty terrifying. But anyway, if you look on YouTube, search Jan Crouch, C-R-O-U-C-H, Jan Crouch chicken. Because one of her Jesus miracles is that she had a pet chicken, and the chicken died. And then she prayed, and then Jesus brought her pet chicken back to life.
Oh,
come on, are you fucking kidding me with this bullshit?
No, you cannot make it up.
Come on, that's a bullshit story. That's a total
I agree.
bullshit story.
I have myself prayed over a bucket at KFC, and nothing has come out.
Never came clucking back, did it?
No! What the cluck?
Probably kicked the damn chicken, knocked it out, then felt bad and prayed, and then it came back up.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't tell you the story. And Jan Crouch, judging by the carbon dating on her hands, is probably 700 years old.
Wow.
I love it.
Anyway, I'm just telling you right now, get thee to YouTube, Jan Crouch, chicken again. You got to hear that chicken story. It's a winner.
Good Lord.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Well, that's the other thing. Is like you had this pet chicken and it came back to life, and then you waited 6 months and then you ate it. Like, what happened? What happened to the chicken?
Wouldn't that be sacrilegious to eat the chicken that came back to life?
Probably. I don't know. Donna says Canada in the house.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, lots of proof raising there for Canada. All right, well, we're down to our last 5 minutes. Jeffy, plug the Cycle for the Cause again for our fine listeners and viewers.
c4c15.kintera.org/ADDJeff. Listen, that's the way it goes, Derek. It's long, I know, but I put it in the hangout here. I posted it.
You could just go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Romaine Patterson, and it's right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's
Since
probably the best thing
hangout.
people should do.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And
yes,
even if you're not watching us live, when is the ride? It's like in September or something, right? So people can keep donating.
September, yes, keep donating, especially to our team. The ride is in September 19th.
And how much money do you still need to earn?
Well, I have raised the minimum amount, so I'm good to go. But
Okay,
our
what about the
team
rest of our
goal
team?
for Team Outspoken is $10,000, and there are multiple members of our team who still need to raise money for this. And I
who's
can
on
help.
our team this year? Is I'm assuming it's
Dan.
Dana Long and Stephanie.
Yeah.
Is our house?
Yeah.
Is Adam? or is,
And the caboose, right?
yeah, Jeff Adams. Jeff.
Yeah.
No. Yes. What is his name? Why is it Jeff Adams? Am I making that up?
No, you're not. It is because
Okay.
it was funny. We were both posting on Glenda's page the other day on Facebook, and my pseudonym in Facebook is Jeff Adams, and so was his. It was funny. Anyway.
All right. Well, Romaine, we have another volunteer for you.
Okay.
Scott in Denver says, I will gladly write an FAQ for you all if you can proof the answers and post it. Video I can't quite do well, and Jan Crouch is the shit with her pink wigs, makes Tammy Faye look clean cut.
Wow.
Dale says, Derek, the chicken was recycled just the way you like it.
Oh.
That is so true. I'm very big on recycling. Okay. Jeff says, how are you and Romaine able to do the cruises without having jobs? Do you have sponsors that help with the expenses?
I wish.
I wish.
Well, we have a lot
no.
of free time on our hands. That's how.
What?
We have a lot of free time on our hands. That's how.
Yeah. Fortunately, our expenses will be somewhat low for the New York cruise because we will be sailing out of our own hometown. So this fall, our expenses will be fairly low.
Next summer, not so much.
Not so much, because we'll be flying across the country for Alaska. It's why we hemmed and hawed about it, because it would be so, it will be a little bit expensive. So there you go. And then finally, another question before we go. Derek and Romaine, I think you should make a try again at being on The Amazing Race. What do you think, bro? Failed radio show host running across the country.
Maybe. I don't know. Sure, I guess. I'm open. I'm down. I would do it. I mean, Derek will yell at me the whole time, but I'd do it.
It'd be just like this.
Yeah, it would.
Heidi says, oh my God, Jan Crouch, she lost her shit since her husband died. She calls him Papa, which is creepy. Yeah, what do you think about that? Of, like, women who call their husbands daddy or Papa?
That's a little gross.
But gay guys do it. Like, I know a gay guy who calls his partner daddy, and I think it's kind of cute.
Okay, but I mean, there's a difference between that kind of daddy, the daddy we're talking about, and the daddy that they're talking about.
Why is it acceptable for you to call a guy a daddy and not for a woman to?
Because I'm not really trying to have sex with my father. Whereas the women usually are. Yes! They don't know what the gay term daddy means in terms of like a nice built, muscular, bearded lumberjack.
Okay, and in the instance that I am talking about, the guy who calls the other guy daddy, the guy he's calling daddy is not like a big muscular guy. He's just
a sugar daddy? Is he a sugar daddy? Well,
no, just daddy.
Then he's weird too.
No, he's not. I think it's kind of sweet. I just think it's kind of a cute term of endearment.
Daddy upsies.
No. I'm not waiting to make that fucking joke, Derek.
Forever. People love Daddy upsies. I think I'm gonna make a web sitcom called Daddy Upsies.
God.
It'll go great with Daddy Boy the musical, which, by the way, that BS will be reenacted on the fall cruise. If you don't go on the fall cruise with us, you will miss a performance of Daddy Boy the musical from Kimmy Schmidt. It will be happening. I have been cast in a role, and people will enjoy it.
Part.
Oh, you want a part 2?
Woo!
All right. We'll get Jeffy into the musical also. Actually, Jeffy, I know exactly what role you should have.
All right.
So it'll be very fun. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. It's going to be a disturbing mess.
Yeah, to see that.
Like most of the cruise.
Like middle school talent show, like disaster.
Yeah.
All right, well, the dogs are barking. Romaine, we're almost out of time. Jeffy, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It was great.
This was fun.
It was fun. I enjoyed seeing you.
Me too.
Look at us getting the band back together.
Aww.
And then playing at an Arby's.
Kind of feels like that, doesn't it?
A little bit. All right. Well, everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Romaine and I will put together some kind of podcast as soon as she gets the cable she needs.
Even if I have to just fucking do it on a cheap-ass cable, we'll do one this week. I promise.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I have done 4 podcasts now, and they're all up on our show website, derekandromaine.com. Click on the listen button to listen to the podcast. Click on the watch button to get to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube videos. And, of course, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and donate to ADD Jeff, Cycle for the Cause. Romaine's got the link on her Facebook page, facebook.com/Romaine Patterson.
Yes, I do.
All right. Plugged everything? All done? Everything's great?
Yay! Thanks.
I think so.
All right, Jeffy, well, you'll keep us updated on your date that's not happening.
I know. Oh, my God. Yes, I will.
Okay, good. All right, bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Daddy Upsies.
Bye, bitches. Kisses to my bitches.